Join us for America's most watched news magazine.
Dateline Tonight.
My insurance company only offered me pennies on the dollar for my injuries when I was hurt in an auto accident. How are we going to pay for all those medical bills? Then we made one phone call, and Dallas helped.
Dallas Hartman is never intimidated by insurance companies. After any injury, you need a lawyer with your best interest at heart, never forgetting the most important case is yours. No recovery, no fee. Dallas Hartman, lawyers aggressively representing accident victims.
Dallas helped.
When the heavens thunder, when the nation calls, come on, you can make a difference and be a part of it all.
Find yourself in the Army National Guard, serving 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year, and you'll find an extra paycheck, money for college, and all the adventure you can handle. Call 1-800-GO-GUARD.
In the Army National Guard, you can
dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
The fields we go,
Laughing all the way, bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright.
what fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight.
Jingle bells,
jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Hey!
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh.
From your news leader, this is 21 Action News at noon.
A convicted felon is now a councilman for the city of Struthers. The controversy coming up. We'll review the best and the worst movies of 1997. And a storm system hits much of the Midwest but wimps out around Pennsylvania. The first major snowstorm in the Midwest did not deliver. Good afternoon, and thanks for being with us today. I'm Laura Steele. A storm that was predicted to dump as much as half a foot of snow on the Pittsburgh area turned out to be only 2 to 4 inches. But are we out of the woods yet? Well, Lisa Montgomery's been tracking that storm, and she is in Weather Central with an update.
Yes, well, Laura, lucky for us, we missed out on much of this storm. It is a nor'easter, an eastern storm. We have snow amounts less than an inch of snow, but not the case in Pittsburgh, east of the area. They saw a lot more. Joining us now is Campbell Brown. She will give us an update on the situation there.
Good afternoon. Well, the snow has tapered off here in Pittsburgh, but it was a long night, and all over the East Coast, people have been waking up to a very messy morning. In Syracuse, New York, the kind of morning only a skier would welcome. Today, blizzard-like conditions are keeping the area under a state of emergency. Snow has been falling here at 3 to 5 inches an hour. People in the Pittsburgh area woke up to between 3 and 6 inches of snow, enough to keep morning commuters moving at a crawl. The storm made its way up the East Coast overnight, causing massive power outages and hundreds of traffic accidents. Heavy snowfall hit Virginia and western Maryland, where snowplows operated through the night. The few attempting to drive in these conditions found it difficult at best.
I am surprised it is this much. I didn't think it would be like this.
It was a similar story in parts of Connecticut. Only those with four-wheel drive seem to have a shot at going anywhere. In New Jersey, the story was wind and rain. A torrential downpour caused some flooding on the coast.
So do you have fun with this?
Actually, yeah, we get a kick out of it.
The storm is expected to move into New England and Canada now, with more snow predicted for upstate New York and Maine. And while for this area, the brunt of the storm may be over, forecasters say it will be followed by some of the coldest temperatures this season. Reporting from Pittsburgh, I'm Campbell Brown. Back to you.
Thanks, Campbell Brown, for that report from Pittsburgh. Now, as you can see, we did miss out on a lot of that snow, just about an inch or less across the area. Let's check out Storm Tracker 21 right now and see exactly what's happening. It is still on the light side, very light activity across the area. We had heavier bands of snow push through Trumbull and Mahoning counties, and we could see more snow tonight, and that will be due to lake effect snow. We've got the gusty northwest winds that will be moving into of the area now. Very cold air that will be pushing through, and we will see the lake effect snow machine kick up. We could have blowing and drifting snow. This is what's on tap for tonight. Maybe an inch this afternoon, but for tonight, the lake effect moves in. 1 to 3 inches possible across much of the area. For Trumbull County, being a part of the snowbelt region, they could see 3 to 5 inches of snow overnight and possible additional accumulation tomorrow. So we'll take a look at that 5-day forecast. That's coming up in just a bit. We'll have more news. Let's go back to Laura now.
All right, thank you, Lisa. Well, in their last meeting of 1997, the Mahoning County Commissioners pass a 1-month budget and appoint an interim treasurer. Deputy Treasurer Bernadette Pernato will serve as treasurer for 10 days after George McKelvey becomes Youngstown's new mayor. On January 10th, the Democratic Party will decide who serves the remaining 3 years of McKelvey's term. The commissioners also adopt a 1-month budget that gives more time to decide where deep cuts will be made to balance the books in the wake of a repeal of the 0.5% sales tax. The Youngstown School Board begins contemplating what school will be closed next year. The school board's Financial Planning Committee hopes to give its recommendation on Friday, but a definite decision may not be made available until next week. The city also has 4 remaining high schools, and one of them could be on the list.
The number of students to be moved, the transportation costs involved, the amount of students that would be transferred from one building to another, how large the building would be, all those things are considerations. There are, as I said before, 22 to be exact.
As part of the consolidation plan, 2 elementary schools will also be closed. Reputed mob boss Lenny Strollo remains in jail waiting word on whether a U.S. magistrate will remove himself from presiding over Strollo's detention hearing. Lawyers for Strollo filed a motion asking that Magistrate James Thomas step down from the hearing. The defense says that there's an appearance of impropriety since the magistrate is named in the same FBI affidavits that led to Strollo's arrest. Strollo faces charges including murder and gambling. Well, if you plan on driving through Pennsylvania in the next few days, you'd better not speed. State police will be armed with 534 additional handheld radar units for the New Year's holiday. Police will be seeking out aggressive drivers and speeders. Last year, 3 people were killed and 365 injured statewide during the New Year's holiday. Investigators believe that hot ashes in a kitchen garbage can are to blame for a fire that claimed the life of a Crawford County woman Sunday night. 75-year-old Evelyn Proper was alone in her Centerville home when the blaze ignited in the kitchen just after 6 p.m. Proper was taken to the Titusville Hospital where she was pronounced dead. A coroner's ruling is expected shortly. Well, we'll have more news in just a minute, including more on a controversial new councilman in Strother. Stay with us.
When Old Man Winter visits the valley, he never announces his arrival, but Storm Tracker will, only on 21 Action News Weather Central.
Closed captioning is made possible through the support of Forum Health, redefining healthcare in our community.
Did you know that just 20 minutes from Youngstown is the most award-winning restaurant in the Tri-County area? Timber Lanes of Salem. Timber Lanes of Salem, where every dining experience becomes a special occasion, special food, special service, special people. Providing lifelong memories for over 30 years, Timber Lanes of Salem.
For a special treat, give a gift certificate from Timber Lanes of Salem.
Dallas helped when the insurance company wouldn't even return our calls, much less help us with our medical bills.
Dallas Hartman has years of experience as a personal injury attorney, but more than that, he simply treats people the way they should be treated. We care about our community, and we fight for those who've been wrongfully injured.
Dallas would even call just to find out how we were feeling.
Dallas W. Hartman, lawyers aggressively representing accident victims. No recovery, no fee.
Dallas helped.
Hey, Lisa, you're gonna love this idea. We're taking the Snowbird Report nationwide.
Okay.
Just one more wire.
For the best school closing information, watch the Snowbird Report here on WFMJ. You might need a bigger extension cord.
When severe weather makes a local stop, plug into the Snowbird Report, only on 21 Action News Weather Central.
It may be remembered as the most controversial election to ever take place in Struthers, but last night the city welcomed a new councilman despite opposition. Matt Stone was there.
Discharge the duties of the office of First Ward Councilman of the City of Struthers in Mahoning County.
For Danny Thomas, it wasn't an easy ride to get to this moment. Thomas, a father of 3 and a very active member of the Democratic Party, ran for Struthers Council last November, but he was a man with a past. He was arrested in 1987, charged with selling cocaine.
He got in a little problem, but I know he's changed. He's a changed person.
Some people didn't think so at the time, and he ran into a little opposition during elections.
In my opinion, I think that somebody shouldn't be able to run for office like that if they've got a felony record.
But Thomas won, and the Mahoning County Board of Elections decided his record would not affect the public's decision to vote him into office. He says the public has supported him all along.
I got people stopping by the house, calling me, sending me cards, stopping me in the grocery store. Hey, Dan, keep up the good work. We're behind you. So actually, it's been a very positive experience in a lot of ways. I mean, as far as the naysayers and the negatives, I can't control that. But they're the very vocal minority. There's only 2 of them.
Now Thomas puts the past behind him, and he shares this time of celebration with his friends, family, and supporters. And with the future in sight, he already has a plan of action.
Absentee landlords, #1 on the hit list. Want to clean up some of these junk properties that they're taking our money out of this town, going elsewhere with it. Make them clean it up, make them be a viable business in Struthers.
Matt Stone, 21 Action News.
Louisville also elected a councilman with previous felony convictions. Joe Rossi took office this fall. Well, starting in January, authorities will have an easier job tracking down deadbeat parents and making them pay. New laws are making that possible. All public utilities and agencies will now have to provide names and addresses of employees and other information needed by officials, and all employers now will have to register their new personnel. Before, only employers with 25 or more employees were required to do that. Also, the state will be able to tap into unemployment benefits now to make sure that that money goes to the children. Well, it looks as if we're bringing in the new year with some of the white stuff on the ground. Lisa Montgomery will have the New Year's Eve forecast when we come back.
Last year brought crowds of people who love fine furniture. It's even bigger this year. The New Year's Day sale at Bulletin Furniture. Just 6 hours, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. with tremendous price reductions on all 1997 style furniture that must be cleared on this one day. The best of Pennsylvania House, Hardin, Drexel, Henredon, Lazy Boy. This is top quality furniture, and this is the biggest one-day sale of the year at Bulletin's. East State Street in Hermitage. Remember, 10 to 4 only.
So, what'd you get for Christmas, Bunky? A cheese log? A nose hair trimmer? That's not really what you wanted. What you wanted was a new Chevrolet car or truck. 2.9 financing, Melgrata makes it easy. Or rebates up to $2,500, Melgrata makes it easy. A huge inventory, Melgrata makes it easy. GM employees, option 1 out of stock, but you gotta hurry. Now this is better than a cheese log, but you gotta see Grata on the strip in Hermitage.
Get started, make some noise, get in the know. Wanna get inspired, get some fire. Who takes you higher than you thought you'd go? Get with the program, get with all
Well, expect some cold and snowy conditions. They will continue throughout the evening and even into our Wednesday. And it looks like we will have some white stuff for New Year's Day. We couldn't have it for Christmas, so we'll have it for New Year's. How's that? 30 degrees currently. That is our high so far. The low 28. Not a big difference here. In fact, this will probably be it for our daytime high today. Don't look for it to get much warmer. Precipitation, it has been on the light side, surprisingly, and luckily 4/100ths of an inch. This is in the liquid form. Everybody reporting less than a ½ inch of snow across the area, maybe a little bit more northern Trumbull County, and they will expect more as we get into the evening hours tonight. The wind chill, it feels like 14 out there. We will have wind chills in the teens for tonight and tomorrow. Some gusty winds, and they are out of the northwest, bringing in that very cold air, which will stay with us for much of the week. While snow showers all across the country, we have another low pressure system, a Clipper type system in the upper Midwest that will be tracking in this direction. This is all due to that nor'easter, that eastern storm that has moved rapidly into the northeast, wreaking havoc there. Up to 2 feet of snow along the Appalachians and even into New York. Syracuse getting hit hard, even a snow emergency there. So lots of heavy snow in this region, especially as you get into the New England area. For us, again, we've been on the light side. We've only had less than an inch, and that's basically what's being reported all across Ohio and into extreme western Pennsylvania, more as you head east and north. But we can expect more snow showers for tonight. Now we've got the lake effect snow machine that will kick in. We've got that very cold air that will be pouring over the Great Lakes, and we'll see the snow showers begin to kick up again for tonight. 1 to 3 for much of the area, possibly 3 to 5 inches in the Snowbelt region, and that does include Trumbull County. Trumbull County is under a lake effect snow watch for tonight and tomorrow. Temperatures will stay on the cold side, below freezing, below average, 28 in Salem and Warren, Sharon 27, Pittsburgh with 31 degrees, down into the teens for tonight. What we have, here's this nor'easter. Watch as we put this into motion. That will move out of here, but then we will have that lake effect snow, the very cold air that will pour in here for tomorrow. Our highs only in the low 20s. Tomorrow night will be down into the low teens. This will stay with us for much of the week, and we will also have some blustery conditions with the winds continuing to kick up. This is what we have on tap then for our Tuesday afternoon. Snow showers an inch or less possible throughout the day. Northwest winds 15 to 25 miles an hour, so we will have those wind chills. It will feel much colder outside tonight and tomorrow. Snow showers tonight, 1 to 3 inches possible. 3 to 5 in Trumbull County. We'll have a low of 17 degrees tomorrow. Cloudy, windy with snow showers. Not much of an accumulation here. However, in the Snowbelt region, they could see maybe an additional couple of inches. We'll have to watch for that. A high of only 21 tomorrow night. Down to 13, another frigid one, and our 5-day forecast for New Year's. We'll have some sunshine, but very cold, a high of 28, but we warm up rapidly by Friday. 40 degrees for the high, very slight chance for a scattered rain shower on Saturday. 43 for the weekend, and then we cool off again, maybe even a chance for some snowflakes late Sunday and into Monday. So we still have that roller coaster effect, boy, from 28 to 40 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah, so all the snow will be melting soon.
Well, it's nice to see a warm up, though, after this.
It is. It's going to be cold out there for tonight and the next couple of days.
Be prepared. Thank you, Lisa.
Sure.
Well, finding the right job doesn't have to be as complicated as you may think. That story's coming up next.
Architectural firms need you. Civil engineers need you. High-tech companies need you. If you know computer-aided drafting, top companies need you today. To develop the computer-aided drafting skills employers are looking for, call ITT Technical Institute at 1-800-942-0088 for an informative brochure. That's 1-800-942-0088. But call now, because construction companies need you. City planners need you. Landscape architects need you.
Welcome to the future of drafting.
Wow, I bet the guys that run this stuff spent years in school.
No, you might be surprised.
So what are the chances of me getting to work here?
Well, first of all, you gotta love to draw.
And second?
And second, you gotta call ITT Tech.
Call ITT Technical Institute at 1-800-942-0088 for an informative brochure. 1-800-942-0088.
I feel bad. That cold medicine I gave Josh knocked him out.
But new great-tasting children's Sudafed cold and cough relieves stuffy nose and cough without drowsiness.
So he feels better, not worse.
Great-tasting children's Sudafed cold and cough.
If you or a loved one is injured, call us. You'll see why we're chosen to help more injured people than any other local law firm.
Snowbird, only on WFMJ TV, Youngstown.
One of the keys to finding a new and even better job is knowing where to look. And one of the best places to look is the internet. Bob Pisani explains in part 2 of his report.
It used to be you needed only 2 things to find a job: comfortable shoes and a thick help wanted section. But that's all changed. Now the internet is the place to go for job hunters like Enrique Ortiz.
The internet proved to be an excellent tool for job search.
Instead of pounding the pavement, the 30-year-old Texas resident found his job at high-tech firm Intelligent Reasoning Systems by pounding the keyboard. He posted his resume on World.Hire, which allows employers to screen candidates for jobs by requiring them to answer a series of questions. World.Hire's Char Conlon says job hunters are guaranteed a response.
If he or she is qualified, they make it to the next step. And if not, they're given an electronic email and they have immediate gratification in knowing that, hey, they were or were not considered.
And if online job hunters don't see anything they like the first time around, they can set the system up to email them when a job matching their qualifications comes in. In 1996, companies posted more than 520,000 job openings on the internet, double the number from the year before. Margaret Riley wrote the guide to internet job searching.
The employers themselves are getting plugged in. They're recruiting online. They're putting up information that you can use to help develop cover letters, target your resume.
If you're considering using the internet to look for work, start by looking at Job Hunt at jobhunt.com, a directory of job banks. From here, you can jump to some of the biggest and best online job sites. Bob Pisani for NBC.
There you go. You're all set. Well, it's time for sports.
Another place you could find something you can find online is scores.
No. You
all
tune
the
in
scores
here.
you could, you could,
See,
in between the noon 6 and 11, you could find the scores online.
if you live and breathe sports
That's
like
right,
Pat
like
does.
we do. That's absolutely right. And now it is time for sports, and we're going to have highlights of the Holiday Bowl and the Pittsburgh Penguins.
State Chevrolet Cadillac's used car factory invites you to pick your payment. You call the shots. No credit application will be refused. This 93 Cavalier is only $129 a month. How about this 94 Beretta for just $159 a month? We can't be beat with this 97 Sentra for a mere $199 a month. No money down. That's right, 0 down and over 150 vehicles to choose from. So pick your payment at the one and only dealership in Youngstown, State Chevrolet Cadillac on Wick Avenue, just minutes from YSU.
Well, it's almost over, your chance to get big savings. But there's still time. It's the Chevy Make Your Money Count year-end event, where you can get low 2.9 APR financing or great cashback savings on a huge selection of Chevy cars and trucks. We call it a great deal on the 98 Chevy of your dreams. But you better hurry, because if you don't get to the Chevy Make Your Money Count year-end event by January 5th, it's lights out.
Your Chevy's ready. Make your money count at your local Chevrolet dealer now.
The talk of the town.
Congratulations, guys.
Yes!
Yes! We got it!
Cheers.
This is a big moment for me. I want to drink it in. Me too. Where's the bar?
If at first you don't succeed,
I'm not going to leave your side until I see a little smile on that face.
Cry again.
I really love your show, and I was just wondering, would you like to have a drink with me?
On Frasier.
Tuesday on 21.
The YSU men will play in the championship of the Toledo MVP tournament tonight after disposing of Troy State on Monday. The Penguins were paced by Devon Lewis with 25 points. YSU led by as many as 24 points in the second half as they cruised past Troy State. The final score 75-54. Who will they play? Well, as it is always set up in college basketball home tournaments, the home team, Toledo, beat Coastal Carolina 67-51. The college football bowl season hit full stride yesterday with 3 games. The best matchup was the Holiday Bowl as number 18 Colorado State battled the 19th ranked Tigers of Missouri. And really 3 plays were the difference in this game. It was 17-4 Tigers in the third when Darren Hall of Colorado State is gone. 85-yard punt return for a touchdown. That's play number 1. Play number 2 also occurred in the third quarter. Moses Marino at quarterback for Colorado State. Deep 47-yard pass to Dallas Davis. Nice catch. Gets into the end zone. That's play number 2. Now play number 3 came in the fourth, a fake field goal. Ryan Esslinger, the holder, skates 23 yards into the end zone. Colorado State wins at final score 35-24 as they capture the Holiday Bowl. In the Humanitarian Bowl, the one everyone was waiting for, it was Cincinnati over Utah State 35-19. In the CarQuest Bowl, Georgia Tech beats West Virginia 35-30. Penn State running back Curtis Enis is turning pro. Enis will enter the upcoming NFL draft after being suspended by Coach Joe Paterno for the Citrus Bowl. The all-star running back was suspended for accepting a suit from a sports agent, which is a violation of NCAA rules. The injury report is getting a little more clear for the Steelers-Patriots game Saturday in Pittsburgh. The Steelers' Jerome Bettis and center Dermontti Dawson are both expected to play. The same, however, cannot be said for New England running back Curtis Martin. He will most likely miss the game with a couple of nagging injuries that have plagued him throughout the entire season. Game time is Saturday, 12:30 at 3 Rivers, and the Steelers have been installed as a 7-point favorite. Pittsburgh Penguins hosted the New York Islanders last night. Jaromir Jagr was in the lineup. The Penguins, however, lost goalie Tom Barrasso during the game with the pulled thigh muscle. He is listed as day-to-day. It was a big night for Penguin Ron Francis, who was the main man for scoring for the Penguins. 1-1 in the second. Francis from Jagr taps in the rebound, gives the Penguins the lead. Francis again in the second. Another rebound gives the Penguins the lead 3-1. Then in the third, he finishes off the big-time hat trick with a power play. Jagr to Francis in front of the net. Forget about it. It's over. Final score, Penguins win 5-1. On the sports scan, the Pittsburgh University Syracuse basketball game scheduled for tonight has been canceled, as has the Slippery Rock Mansfield game scheduled in Slippery Rock due to the snow. And former Pittsburgh Steelers Steve Corson is suing the NFL, saying they failed to enforce its ban on steroid use and alcoholism. Corson has admitted taking steroids during his playing days. Let's check out, you want a big hit? This is why it's not safe on the sidelines. Check out this grip for TBS, who is standing there not paying attention, and she gets rocked. That's a big-time hit. It was West Virginia losing the game. It's their 7th straight bowl loss.
She knew to roll, though.
She knew to roll. Yeah, she was pretty sharp. Yeah,
right.
You could tell she's a veteran.
Okay, we'll be back with one more thing.
When the heavens thunder, when the nation calls, you can make a difference and be a part of it all.
Find yourself in the Army National Guard, serving 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year, and you'll find an extra paycheck, money for college, and all the adventure you can handle. Call 1-800-GO-GUARD.
In the Army National Guard, you can.
Next, Inside Edition.
911 emergency. What's the emergency there? It's a domestic abuse. He's law enforcement. We mean law enforcement.
They're supposed to protect and serve, but
after a while you think you're above the law.
Why are so many of our men in blue abusing their own families? And Dolly Parton is the country star in her family, but when it comes to country cooking, her sis takes center stage.
Dolly, eat your heart out.
Watch Inside Edition.
Tuesday on 21.
For more news and information, visit our MSNBC site by logging onto the WFMJ homepage at www.wfmj.com.
1997 was a year known for blockbusters and bombs at the box office. Here's a review of the year's best and worst.
Freeze, police.
Let's start with the cream of the crop. LA Confidential is the slickest, coolest film of the year, with Russell Crowe and Kim Basinger igniting the big screen. Matt Damon earns the Hottest New Kid on the Block award for his amazing star turn in the uplifting Good Will Hunting.
This boy's genius is unparalleled. I've never seen anything like it.
When it comes to comedy, Men in Black with all-star Will Smith, Wag the Dog, The Full Monty, and As Good as It Gets are as good as they get. Nicholson is in top form, and the He's Not Just a Fluke award goes to Greg Kinnear. But the Maybe He Is Just a Fluke award goes to Matthew McConaughey, who was all wrong in Contact and the weakest link in the powerful Amistad. As for the big kahuna, Titanic gets the Film Spectacle of the Year award. A number of Hollywood flunkers earned the What Were They Thinking award. No one escaped a bad shack attack in Steel. A Smile Like Yours made everybody frown, and One Night Stand didn't deserve 1 minute in theaters. Is George Clooney all wet as a film actor? He reigns supreme on television. We hope he'll fly higher than he did in Peacemaker and Batman.
Here we go.
The Back on Track award goes to Quentin Tarantino. His Jackie Brown offers up a knockout performance from 70s icon Pam Grier. The Best Action Hero comeback, Sigourney Weaver in Alien Resurrection.
Ellen Ripley died trying to wipe the species out. I'm not anxious to see her taking up her old hobbies.
The Best Lack of Action Hero, Sly Stallone, who OD'd on pancakes to do Copland.
You don't know what you're doing, do you? Shut up.
Best On-Screen Bod, Brendan Fraser for George of the Jungle. For women, Megra in Hercules. Worst sequel, Speed 2, which tanked at the box office. Sandra Bullock needs to get out of the fast lane. Best sequel, Let's All Scream for Scream 2. And finally, the Most Valuable Player award goes to Robert De Niro. From Copland to Jackie Brown to Wag the Dog, he raises the level of the game.
It's over. The case is closed.
There you go. You know what to rent at the video store now.
I feel like I haven't seen any of those movies.
We'll have to have a chick flick night or something.
I'm not surprised.
Hey, thanks.
Thanks so much for being with us, and make sure to join Glenn, Mark, and Dana tonight at 6. We will be back here tomorrow at noon. Have a great day.